Welcome to Inside Gaming, I'm Brian. It's weekend roundup time. So Diablo Immortal has been out for less than a month, and as you may have heard, everyone hates it. Literally everyone. Well, maybe not everyone. Maybe those people who like to spend a few $1,000s to crush everybody else on a mobile game like it, at least until reality sets in, they realize what they've done with their life, but everyone else does not like it. And now Diablo Immortal has set a pretty infamous record. It has the lowest user score ever on Metacritic, and that is really saying something. The last time I checked, the PC version had a 0.2 user rating based on nearly 3,500 reviews, which, damn. And I know games get review bombed all the time, which honestly makes this even more impressive that it beat out review bombed games. I mean, people are review bombing this too, but we should note that the PC port has also been criticized above the normal criticisms of Diablo Immortal because the PC version has stuttering and control issues, but the main issue that everyone has been having with the game is, of course, its monetization. User Bot Farm Operator called it, quote, a potentially great game sullied by predatory monetization. And that echoes what a lot of professional critics have said, that they praised the game's production values, even they liked the gameplay loop, but they cried foul at all the monetization that kicks in at the end game. The YouTuber Bellular News did an analysis that suggested that if you fully want to upgrade your character, that it would cost $110,000. Now, some people have said their math is a little bit off, but regardless, it would cost a lot. They also claimed that it would take roughly 10 years of playtime for a free-to-play player to fully max out their character. Another user on Metacritic, Temp101, wrote in their review, terrible. Thanks for nothing, Blizzard. Take the pay to win and shove it up your ass. Now, a lot of this anger comes from the way Blizzard had hyped the game up previously. Now, in the lead up to the release, they promised that Diablo Immortal wouldn't charge real money for gear, but the reality is you can pay for very significant performance boosts to your character. Those are in the form of legendary gems, and for the most part, they cost a lot of real money. The Washington Post's Gene Park called the game pay to win, adding that through its marketing, Activision Blizzard developers have tried to stay ahead of the controversy by claiming the game does not sell gear or level boosts. This is pure spin. While Activision Blizzard doesn't call this gear per se, stronger, rarer legendary gems are a crucial part of upgrading your in-game equipment to be as powerful as possible. Now, Blizzard famously gave a very ham-handed response to the controversy when the game's director, Wyatt Ching, tweeted that the backlash to Immortal was based on misinformation surrounding it. But despite all this alleged misinformation, Blizzard wants you to know that the next Diablo won't be anything like Immortal. So they're defending it, but they're also like, we will never do this again. Now, we're talking about Diablo IV. That was shown off at the recent Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. Blizzard showed off a reveal trailer for Necromancer, the game's 5th and final class, and Diablo IV is coming out next year. But that brought up some natural fears. Is it going to be a pay-to-win mess like Immortal? Blizzard says, no, you can trust us. In a recent tweet, Diablo global community lead Adam Fletcher, who must be loving his job lately, wrote that Diablo IV is coming out as a full-price game built strictly for PC and console audiences. The game is huge and there will be tons of content after launch for all players. Paid content is built around optional cosmetic items and eventually full expansions. Rod Ferguson, who's GM of the Diablo franchise, said something similar, tweeting, to be clear, Diablo IV is a full-price game built for PC, PS, and Xbox audiences. We are committed to delivering an incredible breadth of content after launch for years to come, anchored around optional cosmetic items and full story-driven expansions. So basically, Blizzard is saying everyone hates Diablo Immortal because of misinformation, but don't worry, we're not gonna do that with Diablo IV. Got it, great job, guys. But then again, who knows? Because as they showed with Diablo Immortal, nobody can parse their words like Blizzard. So it could be pay to win too, and they're just very lawyerly choosing their words. So there's been a lot of trust broken, to say the least. All right, on to the rest of the stories. Unionization has been a big topic at Activision Blizzard recently, and now a major union has reached a labor agreement with Microsoft, because they're obviously buying Activision Blizzard. The Communications Workers of America announced this week that the deal will make it easier for employees to unionize at Activision Blizzard, which again, they are in the process of being acquired by Microsoft. The New York Times reported that under the deal, which they described as unique, Microsoft has agreed to remain neutral if any of Activision's US employees want to unionize, and employees would no longer have to petition the National Labor Relations Board for an election, basically streamlining the process if they want to do it. Now, again, unionization has been a big topic at Activision Blizzard throughout the industry, really. A group of QA staffers at Raven Software recently voted to unionize, and Activision put up some very stiff resistance to that. And the agreement allows for workers to have a more expedited process to unionize that will be overseen by a neutral third party. Chris Shelton, who is president of the Communications Workers Union, said this process does give us and Microsoft a way to do this quote-unquote election without spending the time, the effort, and the controversy that goes along with an NLRB election. Microsoft President Brad Smith called it a great opportunity for us to work with Chris and the CWA to learn and innovate. Smith said that under the agreement, Microsoft wouldn't do aggressive anti-union campaigning and said, in practical terms, it means that we're not going to try to jump in and put a thumb on the scale. We will respect the fact that our employees are capable of making decisions for themselves, and they have a right to do that. All right, so we got some good news and bad news about Fallout 5. The good news, it is on deck for Bethesda. It's going to happen. Bad news, it's not coming until after Elder Scrolls 6, so a long time from now. In an interview with IGN, Bethesda chief Todd Howard talked about the Starfield gameplay that they showed off at the Xbox Bethesda showcase, and he also talked about future games once they ship Starfield. He said, yes, Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production, and we're going to be doing Fallout 5 after that, so our slate's pretty full going forward for a while. We have some other projects that we look at from time to time as well. Now, he's talked about their plans very generally for Fallout 5 in the past. He's told IGN, Fallout's really part of our DNA here. We've worked with other developers from time to time. I can't say what's going to happen. We have a one-pager on Fallout 5, what we want to do. But this is the first time he said it's definitely coming after Elder Scrolls 6, basically set up that timeline. But again, Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production. Starfield isn't even coming until next year, so I look forward to playing Fallout 5 with other residents of Green Grove. It's not a nursing home, it's a retirement community. All right, we might have a date on the beta for Modern Warfare 2, and this comes from Amazon US of all places. Video Games Chronicle found listings from Amazon who said that beta codes will be sent to PS4 and PS5 pre-order customers August 15th. So there's your possible beta date. I checked the Amazon listing and it's gone now, so maybe they got a call from Activision. This has not been officially confirmed by Activision, but they did say recently that all pre-orders of the game come with early access codes to the beta. That'll be available on PlayStation consoles at least 5 days earlier than any other platform. So a little bit of a timed exclusive there. We all know Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0 will be coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC later this year. Looks like Sony has some new hardware they're planning to show off. No, it is not a console. Industry insider Tom Henderson reports they're working on a genuine professional controller for the PlayStation 5, and they will apparently reveal new hardware in the coming weeks. The new controller is apparently codenamed Hunt, and it'll include removable analog sticks, trigger stops, and rear buttons. Henderson apparently has seen pictures of the prototype and said that the controller keeps the classic PS5 style, but does have some differences. One of the biggest changes is buttons under the analog sticks, which will allow you to completely remove the sticks and their components, which Sony refers to as removable stick units. The prototype also features grips, so you can hold on to it a little bit tighter. The controller will also have significant software upgrades, Henderson said. No word on a reveal date, but he quoted several sources who said Sony will reveal several bits of hardware at the end of this month, so pretty soon. All right, time for a 5-second review. I was always a Donatello guy. He was the smartest. Plus, that staff, let's be honest, had a reach advantage on everybody else. All right, let's talk about the games coming out next week. First up, Summoner's Fate is a roguelike adventure that fuses traditional turn-based combat with tactical card combat. It's set in the fantasy land known as the Multiverse. Real original, guys. You're tasked with guiding summoners through perilous quests in search of hidden secrets, powerful cards, and mutated rabbits. Comes to PC June 20th. Fall Guys is a free cross-platform, massively multiplayer party royale game where you and your fellow contestants compete through escalating rounds of absurd obstacle course chaos until one lucky victor remains. Comes to PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Switch June 21st. The Shadowrun trilogy comprises 3 cult tactical RPG games taking place in a dystopian cyberpunk future in which magic has reawakened, bringing back to life creatures of high fantasy. Initially created as a tabletop RPG over 30 years ago, this one-of-a-kind setting has gained a huge cult following during the past 3 decades. Comes to PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch June 21st. Wreckfest is a demolition derby themed racing game with soft body damage modeling, sophisticated driving dynamics, and in-depth vehicle upgrading featuring both demolition derbies and more traditional track races. It's all about fun, breakneck racing, and over-the-top crashes. Comes to Switch June 21st. Deliver Us the Moon is a sci-fi thriller set in an apocalyptic near future where Earth's natural resources are depleted. A lone astronaut is sent to the moon on a critical mission to save humanity from extinction. Comes to PS5 and Xbox Series X June 23rd. Sonic Origins relive the classic collected adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in the newly remastered Sonic Origins. From the iconic Green Hill Zone to the treacherous Death Egg robot, you'll speed down memory lane to thwart the sinister plans of Dr. Robotnik in polished high definition. This latest version includes new areas to explore, exclusive animations, and a brand new anniversary mode. Comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch June 23rd. AI, The Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative. Special agents Mizuki and Ryuki, along with their AI partners Aiba and Tama, are tasked to solve the bizarre half-body serial killings in the sequel to the critically acclaimed AI, The Somnium Files. It comes in the US to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch June 24th. Capcom Fighting Collection. 10 of Capcom's most popular arcade games in one epic collection. It includes Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior, Lord of the Vampire, Vampire Hunter 2, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior 2, The Lord of the Vampire, Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, oh that's a good one, Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, Cyberbots Full Metal Madness, and Red Earth. Comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch June 24th. And finally, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Step into the shoes of Shez as they join Edelgard, Dimitri, Claude, and other Fire Emblem 3 Houses characters and fight for the future of Bodlan. Align with a leader to build and command an army in strategic 1 versus 1,000 style battles. The house you choose will bring you through one of 3 compelling stories, each with a different outcome. Comes to Switch June 24th. That's all the news I got for you this week, guys. I hope you're having a great weekend. We'll see you soon.